Well, we're outside, folks. It's the day after. It's 70 some degrees out here. It's March 9th. I hope to get this on YouTube by tomorrow evening, but I promised you that I would start working on this stove. So 2 days ago, it was kind of cool out, still in the 30s, and I decided to do the inside work first, film it, and then when it changed, because I knew the warm weather was coming, to come out here and show you what it looks like on a tree. Now, this is in response to the really big monkey who made a grill for trees that didn't hurt the trees. I more or less did the same thing, only I called mine a table. Now, I still don't want to call it a grill, but I do want to call it a cooking stand. So we're going to change it a little bit. The grill still remains a grill, as you'll see later in the video here. But I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about in the way of cooking while standing up. So let me set this thing up. Well, okay folks, we're going to try to film this backwards. I've already completed the part that I wanted to make sure it worked. Well, really big monkey, I'm doing this for you. Everybody has seen my little grill that you take out in the woods with you. Folds up pretty nice. This is the tree table that I showed you one time, but I made an addition. That's this piece right here. So let me show you what and how I did on this. Pretty interesting. Stand by. All right, I'm back. I'm going to get you a little closer to this thing so you got a better bird's eye view of it. I hope that's good enough. Hey, really big monkey, this is for you. I got my tree table or grill, fire grill, and stood it up, wondering how I can mount my pocket rocket underneath it. Pocket rocket does not need a grill on top because it has the 3 foldable pot holders. But when hanging from a tree, you have no way of hooking this up to a tree without burning the tree or not having room for your pot to fit on it. So really big monkey sort of challenged me to go ahead and make something for this tree table that I showed, about 6 months ago. So what I did, first of all, was took one of the grates from the grill and circled both ends, thinking that if I had 2 of these, I could hook this up on each leg, like that. Well, that still gave me no place to put my pocket rocket. So I got my handy little cookie tray. I measured the distance between the legs with them standing straight up from leg to leg, and came up with a 5-inch solution that seemed to work out pretty good. So what I did was took one of my cookie trays, which is a real fine material, and cut out a 5x5 piece. Now that 5x5 piece really worked fine. As a base or bottom for the grill when it's hanging in the tree. So when it's hooked to the tree, there's the base. Now, it's so light that it adds barely any weight. I didn't weigh it, but it's very, very light. It's in the low ounces. And it's darn sturdy. I didn't have to go through all sorts of rigmarole to make it. I cut it out. It's soft, but yet hard. So on this, the end down at the bottom here, as you can see, I wrapped it around enough that this won't come off. It's on there, yet it swivels to hook up to the other leg, and I have just enough hook on the other side to hold the other leg in place, as you can see. So when hanging on the tree, this is going to allow me to put my stove inside it. So instead of having to stoop down, instead of having to bend over and get back up while cooking, this is going to be up at waist high or wherever I want it on the tree, with my burner right there, easy to get to. All the heat's going to be, of course, right in the middle, so I'll be able to cook there. But I'll be able to move this over a little bit and still have room for my canteen cup on the side while I'm still cooking in my pan. And let me see if I can hold this while I'm doing it. All right, here we go. Frying pan fits real nice. I still have room on this side for my canteen cup to boil water or just to keep it warm. When you make potato soup, you got to simmer it for 15 minutes. That would be enough. I can fry stuff in the pan, make my hot water, boil water if I have to, make coffee. But there it is. Very happy with it. Didn't add any weight. My stove fits in, easy to get in and out, as you saw. Very proud of it. Really big monkey. There you go. Now this, I'm going to hook up to a tree yet, because when hooked up to a tree with my two bungee, not my bungee cords, told you about that, with my two carabiners and the rope around the back, paracord, I'm not sure that this is going to stay nice and level, but we're going to be trying that on some trees. Now, of course, the bigger the tree, the more level it's going to stay. If I have to, I can put on the bottom of here something to keep it level while hanging on the tree, either up or down. We're going to see when I get out to a good tree how that's going to work. So this part of the filming is done. This only took about 30 minutes to make. I'm very, very happy with it. It folds up, as you can see, inside the yeah, now it's going to make a liar out of it. Come on. Folds up real nice and flat. There's no weight to it. It'll fit right in the rucksack as it is. And I've got my tree grill. I've got my shelf, whatever you want to call it. There you go, big monkey. That's my idea what to do. Don't forget, this is a cookie sheet. So this can get up to 400 degrees with no problem. I would even say 500. I don't know what the melting point of this is, but it's pretty high because it is a cookie sheet. So it's going to do whatever I need it to do, plus it'll hold on pretty good the way I have it clamped. Okay, that's it for this part of it. The next part is putting it on a tree, showing how it's going to work out there. I'm clear. There is one thing I forgot to say. With this as it is, I'm going to be able to alter the amount of heat that is burning on the bottom of the pots. Now, as you can see, with this, there's very, very little room between the actual burner and the bottom of the pot. So all the heat is going dead center. By putting this in here, I can spread that heat out. I can heat one end of the pot while keeping the other stuff warm. So even if I don't use this in a tree, I'm going to be able to use this stand on the ground. Thank you. One last step. I keep saying one last step. Anyways, one more step. I wanted to show how this can be used if I don't use it as a tree table, where this will still fit underneath it, and I'll still have room for both a pot and a cup, or boil it. Boil my water, slide this out to the end. I still have room for my pan behind it. So there's a good shot of it. It's a little table, but it does a lot. So I can use it in the tree as a table and a grill, and I can use it on the ground if I'm sitting down. I wanted to show that too because this fits in here perfect. Slides right in. Next step. Okay, there you go. It's set up. Tied it on a tree like I did last time. The bungee cord goes around the back. Not a bungee cord, I stand corrected. As you can see, I use paracord. Goes around the back of the tree, grabs onto the grill itself. Pretty sturdy. Plenty of room for a couple items. I can move it back and forth. Easy to light, easy to maneuver. Yeah, it's lit. Probably boil water in less than 3 minutes with it. But I don't want to use up all the fuel, but I wanted to show you how far away the flame was from the top of the grill. But there it is. I'll put this all on the video so Really Big Monkey can see it. A lot easier. Of course, when I'm not cooking on it, it could always be used as a little table for brushing your teeth in the morning, sitting water to drink. Very, very simple, very, very light. I'm happy with it. A little bit of a change from my other film. That was called Instructional Video on a Tree Table. So now that tree table has turned into a cooking platform. All right, as you can see, I've had to get down and kneel so I get myself in the frame. I wanted to stay in the shadow a little bit because that sun is hot, and aiming this thing up any higher, you would get a false back whiteness to it. So there it is. It's done, it's finished. I'll put it in my rucksack, make it a whole lot easier on me out in the woods. We're only talking about 11 ounces for the whole thing, for the grill, that is. I'm not counting these 3 items here, but for the grill itself, it's about 11 ounces. Of course, you know, paracord doesn't weigh much at all. It's very easy to wrap around a tree, and it'll fit on a tree of any size. Not too small, but as you can see, it fits pretty comfortable. All right, that's it for my video. Thanks for watching. Stay strong, patient, and trust your journey. It usually works out. Bye.